what was your first impression of Manchester 2024? Because to me, this is a whole different level.
Well, it's been my first Accountex, so it's been really interesting to see all the different people. Some stands I recognise, some I don't recognise, so I'll be having a mosey on round to see what is happening and seeing what useful tools there are available to those in business. So it's really to kind of see what's out there and what can help us accountants to give the best to our clients.
We love coming to these events, get to meet all accountants, see what's happening on the stalls. And it's just so interesting to hear about the pain points that's happening in the UK.
Oh my God, it's so busy. Everything's hustling and bustling, but it's so nice now to come to these events and see familiar faces. Last time I was so scared because I didn't know anyone. No one knew who I was. I was like sitting at the back of all the talks, like taking notes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so nice to come here now and actually know people and say hi to people, and it just feels so warm and welcoming. So last year I found it very intimidating because I hadn't been to Accountex London before. So for me, this was huge. And it was more just like everyone's trying to sell you something all the time. And I didn't at that point know how to say no to things. So I was like, yeah, I don't know what any of this means, but I'll take a leaflet. Whereas like now I'm much more comfortable saying no. I don't need that, but thank you so much for offering it to me, and I can move on to the next.
Yeah.
Having just had some time after lunch to have a little mooch around, I do like it, yeah. I think it's good. Bringing this into Manchester is nice, connected with accountants all over the country and some as far as Scotland and stuff. And like I say, it's a long way for them to go to down south today to bring this to Manchester. And like I say, there's people who are probably, it's less easy for them to get around and stuff. So it's nice to have something here, close enough to an hour away for us. Not too bad.
Well, I know that last year wasn't as busy as I've been told. They say
the team's done amazing. Caroline and the team have done amazing for this event.
I was actually really quite astonished because it was like everyone was saying that, there wasn't a lot of people last year. I don't know if it's the weather, have no idea. But yeah, it's a lot busier. I've talked to so many people. I feel like I'm losing my voice.
I know.
I've always been a big fan of Accountex North. I'm a slightly adopted northerner, so I'm from the south originally, but have lived up here for about 6-7 years. What I love about Accountex North is how friendly everyone is. I think it's much easier. I'm obviously not exhibiting today, but I have over the last few years, and people are much more up for a chat.
Amazing.
Whereas, sometimes Accountex London, it feels like you physically have to stop people to have a chat with you. I think generally speaking, it's just a slightly more friendly environment. And then it just feels a bit more community than some of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit more accessible. You can have proper chats with people. I just quite like the chilled out vibe.
Yeah, I feel like Accountex North used to sort of be labelled as like Accountex Light, didn't it?
exactly
like when
right.
you come here, people would be like, oh, but you should see London.
Yeah.
And actually, in London this year, I felt, it's not quite as massive as everyone
made out.
It's huge, obviously.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the stands, the impressions, what Caroline and her team had done, I didn't see a huge difference. And I think that goes to what you were saying about actually Accountex North is really upped its game. So actually, in terms of the experience we have there as visitors or exhibitors, they're just as good. They're just as good as each other. One's just got a lot more legroom.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, do I want to go to Accountex Manchester? Is it the same as London? The answer is it is not the same as London. I think lots of accountants have the same brain, same personality type. We're all very similar. We may or may not all sit on a spectrum of some kind. And Accountex London can be very overwhelming, overstimulating. It's 2 days. It's huge. I would describe Accountex Manchester as like London, but with the volume turned down a bit.
Yeah.
It's just a bit more calm, a bit more relaxed. It's 1 day, but you feel like you have more time to talk to people. Even the building space, like being just like so open on the ceiling, doesn't feel like you're in an air-conditioned thing and you've not spoken to anyone all day. So yeah, it's not like London at all, but for like really good reasons.